Welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, dear viewers, and welcome once again. Oh, I've gone all whispery to yet another scintillating and I can't think of the word that goes with scintillating, fabulous edition of Are You Taking the Biscuit? It's us! It's us, and with me is my gorgeous colleague, as ever, looking particularly natty this afternoon, may I say, in his waistcoat. It is, of course, the inimitable Mr. Allen.
Thank you awfully. And may I say, what a marvellous introduction we had there from Mr. Petherick. So erudite, so eloquent. Did you hear how the
Stumbling over his teeth.
The words were just like melted chocolate. What a fluent chap he is. And I think it is because, as you will have noticed, look how magnificent he is, adorned by velvet. And no doubt, as he's looking so svelte, by a cummerbund to hold in.
Good
cummerbund.
I shouldn't I? Brought a cummerbund to hold in my waist.
There's more.
And there's more to come.
A cummerbund to hold in his abundance, if I'm allowed to say
I
that.
beg your pardon. I'm not sure it's that type of show, Mr. Allen.
I also
look at
am
him.
wearing a
yes.
waistcoat. Now, we are seeking to upgrade. We're
Yes.
moving from the hoi polloi into business class because we
Yes.
really thought we needed to
Yes.
sort of elevate the standard.
Yes, we were given some sartorial fashion tips. Well, if I can use that phrase.
Brutal
fashion tips by my brother, actually, who said, "I think you look better in a waistcoat." Those are his words.
He actually said more, but we're far too polite.
He did.
And we've been traumatised by what he said about our
indeed.
elegance.
But I have to say, I think it's actually rather a good idea. And I have to say, don't we look just gorgeous? Just the two of us. Absolutely marvellous. We really do. So it's an upgrade. It's a fashion upgrade from the last episode. Anyway, loves, let's move swiftly on. Enough of this nonsense.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Biscuits, biscuits. Are you taking the biscuit? It could be a biscuit, it might be a cake, but whatever you do, don't make the mistake. Tune in to Are You Taking the Biscuit? I thank you.
What is the biscuit of this particular episode? Well,
Drumbeat.
hidden away under this cushion.
Under the magic cushion.
The magic biscuit
The magic
cushion.
whoopee cushion.
Yes, is today's biscuit. And we have gone for the original, I don't know if you can see that, the original Oreo. And one of our millions of listeners and viewers said to us, "When are you going to do the Oreo?" I don't know if that's the voice they've got, by the way, but that's the voice I'm using. But no, they said, "Why didn't you use the Oreo?" And I thought, jolly fine idea. So Mr. Allen here has been out searching the streets, and he's found them.
May I say that this is one of the most famous biscuits in the world?
Please carry on. Please carry on.
Where do you think this comes from my accent? Anywhere in the world, probably.
Anywhere west of Bristol.
Anywhere west. All right, my lovers, it comes from somewhere Bristol.
That's right, it does. It don't come from Somerset, we know that.
No, it comes from Bath, that's east of Bristol, somewhere in Cornwall or Devon. Oh, it comes from Kingsbridge in Devon.
We're doing the rounds here.
Or even Turkey. No. Where does this come from?
That sounds like it comes from southern states of USA, Mr. Allen.
Unfortunately, we need to move up a bit and a bit to the east. It comes from New Jersey.
New
York.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. That New Jersey is the home of all those great American TV shows.
Yes.
And detectives and actors who speak like this. Goodfellas. It's a new I don't know. What are you going to say? So,
What are you
Oreo.
What are you gonna do
about it?
What are you gonna do? You talking to me? You talking to me about
Are
a
you
biscuit?
looking at me?
Are you looking at my
Are you
biscuit?
looking at
Are you looking at
Are you looking at my mum? If you look at my biscuit like that, I'm getting angry. Who does it? This wise guy. Who's he think he
Oh
is?
dear me! I've come over all unnecessary.
I think I need to take it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
I'm brave.
Oh,
And
and in and out and relax. And here we are, and we're back in the room.
and what's the biscuit?
The biscuit is Oreo, and it
of
says Night
famous-
Twist. I'm not sure if that's is that a game? Is that a
It's a
play?
game.
Anyway, I shall pass over
Oh.
for the description of the packaging.
The Oreo. One of the most famous biscuits in the world, and according to my very extensive research, it dates back to 1912. So this biscuit has just had its 100th and 13th birthday, and apparently it was sold to a grocer in Hoboken. Hoboken.
Whatever. Forgive our pronunciation.
Forgive.
Yes.
We've never been there. But
No.
if there's anyone in Hoboken, please correct our pronunciation.
Yes.
But all the way back to 1912. And it was made to build on the success of a rival. The name of the rival?
What was the something like
Hi.
Cox? Hi.
Drugs. Hi. A biscuit. And its rival
Yes.
is made by the National Biscuit Company, now called Nabisco.
Nabisco. Very famous
Very
company.
famous. But here we have the original. But if you go to your supermarket shelves, there are a multiplicity.
A plethora of Oreo biscuits.
Yes, which one? And I spent a great deal of time, as did Mr. Petherick, staring at the shelves, trying to decide which variety
Indeed.
would be parfait for you. And we thought,
Let's go with the original.
let's go with the original. This
Indeed.
beauteous beast.
Indeed.
And it's expensive, but you get what you pay for, don't you?
It's a very nice colour. I like
It's
that
a
blue. I
very
like that
nice
blue.
colour. It's a very nice colour. And it is... Well, it's not a wagon wheel, let's say that. It's beautifully proportioned. The wrapping has a nice solidity to it. And
Solidity of wrapping. That's
and
what
the
we want.
sound is very vigorous. It's really...
Hark. Russell again, Mr. Allen. Please
It's
do.
a fine Russell.
It is.
Russell will be proud of
He's
it.
a lovely chap.
It's lovely. And there we have the word Oreo. We have the biscuit, dark with a centre of just white, delicious yumminess, whatever that may be. And it
Cream,
seems
I'm
to
imagining.
cream one hopes. And it seems to have landed in a splash. It's splashed down into some sort of pond or puddle or bowl of cream filling, and it's erupting like Vesuvius.
I say.
And there's a great deal of information
There is.
on the back. It's far too...
Far too small.
Time for the magnifying glass,
Indeed.
Mr. Petherick. And there are many labels on the back. And
There
these
are, aren't
labels... The labels say quality.
Quality.
This
This is a
not...
quality biscuit.
This is not a humble biscuit.
No.
This is magisterial.
Ooh.
I'm handing it over to Mr.
Thank you very
Petherick.
much. On that note, a magisterial Passover. It's like the passing of the royal sceptre.
To a celebrity.
Oh,
You're looking
yes.
like a celebrity.
Am I? Have you noticed my waistcoat?
I'm thinking, who are you looking
I?
like today? Yes, you look a bit like Michael Caine, the
Oh, do
famous
I?
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Oh, yeah. What's he doing reviewing this biscuit then? You might have noticed he's been on these episodes before, is Michael. There are a lot of labels, aren't there?
But before you start,
Yes. Yes.
please, this is very serious.
Oh, sorry.
The ingredients have been taken, many from the natural world, others from a
less natural.
confabulation of chemicals.
Yes, indeed.
And we must treat them with seriousness.
We must.
And be mindful of the source from which they have came, in case they have caused a soupçon of damage to our natural world, of which is in peril, as we all know. Mr Petherick.
Well, if that's not
On a lighter note,
if that's not put you off consuming any biscuits, I don't know what has. But anyway,
Tapered slab.
I won't go through all, because I think, and many of these are familiar to us, aren't they, from our biscuit dabblings.
Dabblings, yes.
Dabblings.
We-
What do you think? Shall I pick out an interesting ingredient fact?
yes, please do.
All right, I will do. So, we're going down a slightly different route, as you probably realised this week. Rather than reading them out, we're going to pick out a little fact about the ingredients.
I'm glad you know some facts.
I don't say I know them. I'm just reading what's in front of me on the wrapper. But never mind. Yes. So, what's interesting now, Mr. Allen, if you were to look at this biscuit from the outside,
Yes.
what would the colour of that biscuit, the actual biscuit, not the creamy bit, but what would that suggest to your good self?
It suggests to me chocolate.
Ah, well, it's funny you should say that, because one of the ingredients is fat-reduced cocoa powder, 4.7%.
Is that all? 4.7%?
Yes. Now, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Do you think it should be a lot higher than that?
Once we stick our choppers into the biscuit, we
Yes.
will be able to say
Yes.
4.7%. Is that all?
Indeed.
Or what a perfect modulation of
Mm.
cocoa.
There is, of course, the normal glucose fructose syrup and all those various things. I think, yes, you were referring to various things that may have caused damage to the planet.
Ill health.
Or whatever, and I don't know, some of these ingredients like ammonium carbonates, potassium carbonates, sodium carbonates, who knows?
It cannot be
You'd have
good.
to
For,
be a
it cannot be good for the planet, and
No.
we are hoping to bring forward an ingredient scientist
that's what
to
we need.
speak forth.
Yes, that's what we need.
Upon the joys and perils of such ingredients. But what about the labels? There's some green labels
There's
which
some-
sing of something
Well,
positive.
one says is quite good. Going back to the 4.7% cocoa powder, is cocolife.org. Now, I don't know whether that means that the cocoa comes from a what's the expression? Sustainable? Is it
Sustainable, that's the
source?
word
Very
we-
good, isn't it?
That's the
very
word we
good.
embrace.
Indeed.
What about vegans? Can vegans eat these biscuits?
Vegans? Well, it says may contain milk, so I suspect in that case probably not.
Oh, okay.
So no vegans on this particular biscuit. But in terms of the actual, normally we have the red and the green labels, don't we?
No red or green.
Well, it's all sort of the same colour in that interesting grey-blue.
but what are the percentage?
Well, I shall read them out anyway. So this is 22 grams, each 22 grams.
Each
serving.
biscuit, 22 grams.
Well, I don't know if it's each biscuit, but 22 grams anyway, serving contains. It doesn't say per biscuit, but fat, 4.3 grams, that's 6%. So that's a
Of our daily intake.
Indeed.
One biscuit.
Well, 22 grams.
And how much?
And
we
the
need to
whole
do
packet is...
We need to do some
We need to mathematics.
We need to mathematically divide
Indeed.
the grammage by the number of biscuits, which we will do later,
There we go.
possibly or not.
So the whole packet is 154 grams.
Wow.
So I would say then that 22 grams is possibly per biscuit, would you not?
Yes.
Because that would mean...
7 biscuits.
Yeah, which is probably about right, isn't it?
7 biscuits. So
Yeah. So 6%, one biscuit is 6%.
6% of your daily intake of
Yeah.
fat.
Saturates
6%.
is again 6%.
6%.
Sugars, 7.8 grams or 9%.
9%, one biscuit.
Salt's always a bit lower. That's 0.17 grams or 3%.
So you can eat a lot of biscuits to get your daily
You could,
intake
and
of
eat
salt.
nothing else.
Yes.
And we're not recommending that.
How many percentages? Was it 0.3?
No, of the
Salt.
average intake. 6% fat, 6% saturates, 9% sugars, and 3% salt. So that's, we think, per biscuit.
Right, so you'd have to eat about 33 biscuits to get your daily intake of salt. So if you're just looking
Yes.
for salt,
Yes.
the Oreo is
Yes.
the perfect.
Indeed.
It's
If you want
perfect
to
for you.
reduce your salt, your sodium intake, then just eat a lot of Oreos.
Oreos, yes.
Not very good for your sugar intake, but never mind. What, shall I do the honours? Do you think it's that time?
It is that exciting moment, and Let's wait.
Ooh, do you think there could be a...
Could you waft?
Ooh, there is actually a little bit of a...
Oh, a lovely creamy aroma. It's very soft, very...
Oh, I like the colour of these.
It feels
Look at
classy.
these.
It's the Ritz of biscuits. Oh,
That's a lovely colour.
oh,
Look at that.
what
That's
a
very dark.
beautiful colour.
Dark chocolate.
Even if the one you've given me is broken, it's beautiful.
Oh, sorry, dear boy.
Beautiful.
Oh, this one's broken as well.
Beautiful.
Because you've been manhandling the packet, love, like you
Beautiful.
normally do.
And watch in the centre of the biscuit. I'm glad it doesn't have an identity crisis.
Yes.
Because there we see the word.
Oh, yes, there we are. In bold. You can't see it on the camera, but it does say
Oreo.
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 Yes.
And you can see even more difficult to see because the biscuit's broken. I'm not saying he gave me a broken biscuit. And also there's this sort of design on it.
There is.
It
How would you describe that, Mr. Allen, the design?
It looks like flowers or some kind of floral confabulation.
Oh, I say.
A concoction of flowers.
You know
Could
what
even
it
be
reminds me of, Mr. Allen? Do you know
A
what it reminds-
wreath. A wreath.
No, I wasn't going to say a wreath, but you know when you have those sort of what are they called? Coats of arms.
Ah, yes.
From medieval, that kind of
Yes.
what's it called? That all round the edges. It's got a
That.
you know what I mean.
When you have
is it
that around-
curlicues?
A curlicue. Oh, I love that word. Curlicues.
Curlicue. Oh, it's you learn all sorts on this show, don't you? All sorts of nonsense.
But I think the important thing is, it is very beautiful. It's very
I'm gonna have a sip of
refined,
coffee even.
and it's contained. It's modest. It isn't screaming from the rooftops. It is saying, "Here I am. Celebrate
Yes,
me.
and
I
it's-
don't have to scream because I'm
No.
clearly a beautiful biscuit."
And it is a sandwich, isn't it? It is a
Yes.
sandwich of a biscuit, as Mr. Allen alluded to earlier. We've got this wonderful dark brown chocolate exterior, and in between is the cheeky little white cream, just
It is-
poking its nose out like a doggy poking its nose
Like
out.
a chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
It's like a chihuahua's
chihuahua.
tongue. I
Yes.
don't know why it doesn't say that on
No.
the packaging.
Biscuits like a chihuahua's tongue.
Those
That would
masters,
sell it, wouldn't it,
those
eh?
masters of publicity and
they
mistresses should say chihuahua's
Yes.
tongue, but the smell is absolutely gorgeous. Mine is falling to pieces, but shall we?
Shall we?
Shall
I
we?
think it's about time. Very crumbly.
Very light texture and a really strong hit
Nice
of-
crunch when you bite into it.
but it's not too solid that the teeth are really thinking, what are you doing to me?
I know we haven't yet reviewed one of these, but this reminds me, and maybe this is the American version, of a bourbon biscuit. It's got that same feel to it, that same texture, sandwich type based biscuit.
It feels like the American cousin of the bourbon biscuit, very much so. And it has the same aroma of a bourbon.
And the crunch, I like the crunch, very good crunch.
Similar crunch to the bourbon.
Because we've had some, haven't we, in our biscuit reviews, Mr. Allen, where the crunch has been slightly soggy.
So,
Yes,
absent
a disappointing lack of crunch on some, but not on this occasion.
It was a crunch-free biscuit, but this has it's a delightful crunch.
Very nice.
It has substance. It's just like you're around the Christmas fire and there's no nut allergies in the room and we all have nuts and one of those nut crackers, there's little metal things and you put it in and you can hear that Christmas is coming soon. And you hear that.
Here we are in autumn. You can't see it here.
And the
viewers,
leaves.
But we're surrounded outside as we look outside the studio window, the autumnal leaves.
As we look at the panorama of nature and the green and the variegated colours, as the green turns to a soft brown and the hues of autumn.
Ochre, to burnt orange, to red, to yellow, to gold.
Nature is an exquisite friend which we should all embrace embrace because, it is a comfort. It's a free comfort. It's a natural source of joy.
Here is Mr. Allen describing the Oreo biscuit. I don't know why. I suddenly felt the need to go into David Attenborough then.
Well, he's a national wonder. So,
He is. He is.
But it is, this biscuit is something to embrace, to celebrate, to put in your lunchbox along with your cheese sandwich, your satsuma, and a small bag
separate, though, I would suggest.
of ready salted crisps. This is something every person who isn't at risk, no allergies connected
Indeed.
to it, the Oreo is a treat and a pleasure.
Indeed. And how now, Mr. Allen? You've very bravely you turfed into your deep into your pockets to buy this biscuit for us this afternoon. Would you say that the extra expenditure, as opposed to your normal friends at Monsieur Aldi and Monsieur Lidl, the extra expenditure was worth it, in your opinion? And the quality of this biscuit?
I confess, I had to dig deep into the depths of my coin jar.
Yes.
Which I rattled, and then I tipped out onto the table, and I scurried around looking for the golden coins, the pound coins, which we use here.
That's golden coins.
Because we still use
sovereigns.
money.
Threepenny bits.
It must be a shock to some persons
cash,
around the world that we
coins.
use money. We have paper notes still, and we have coins.
Yes, we do.
It's
and we're proud of to
we're
use
proud,
it.
and we will never stop using coins.
We will never surrender the use of the coin or the paper note to those people, whoever they are, and with their plastic thingies and their stripy bits on their. I don't know what I'm talking about. Talking nonsense.
But we still embrace the coin as we do the horse and carriage and the stagecoach.
Yeah.
We should embrace the history. Why would you have to move forward into this animated, artificial world in which we will have no part?
Oh, Mr. Allen, you're breaking my
But for
heart.
now, celebrate the moment.
Anyway.
The Oreo
Yes.
is a treat.
Meanwhile, back to the business.
business.
Mr. Allen.
Ja. Jawohl.
Jawohl, mein Herr.
Ja.
Why are we talking Camp German? I do not know.
Speak.
What is your rating? So,
For what?
Well, let's start with the packaging
The packaging.
and then the biscuit itself. How does that sound?
Yes. Well, I love the sound of the packaging. I love the vibrancy of the colours. There's something lacking in it, though.
What is lacking?
There's
Mr.
something lacking. I think it's rather gloomy. I know there's the word night twister, and that will probably lead us down to a dark corridor at which there is.
Doom.
At the end of the corridor, no doubt a box will explain why the package is so gloomy and depressing. I would like a little bit more joy in the packaging.
A lighter blue,
A
perhaps?
lighter blue.
Something like your rather lovely shirt, Tim.
Yes,
Mr.
a
Allen,
lighter blue.
perhaps.
And I think there's information. Do not hide the information between a giant boulder so we can't read it. The information here presumably is of some interest to us, if only I had my magnifying glass and could read it.
Well,
if you got it there.
That is the common thing, isn't it? As we've discovered, there's so much. I think they have to put so much stuff onto this packaging that the only way they can do it is to make it minute.
Mr. Petherick sounds like he's been hired for the legal team, by the legal team for the Oreo.
Yeah.
He's standing outside the courtroom and he's speaking to the press.
Indeed.
My client is innocent here.
Yeehaw!
No, it's a lovely packaging.
Yes.
I will give it a very strong 6.
Oh, okay. And the biscuit itself, Mr. Allen.
Oh, the biscuit is lovely.
Please feel free to have another, by the way.
A biscuit is lovely.
Yes.
Sorry. Would you like another?
I'm all right for the minute, yes. While you're doing that, you'll be surprised
the
to hear
filling-
that I have to blow my nose.
I love the biscuit. I'd like the biscuit to be slightly bigger. I think the filling is slightly parsimonious. I think there could be some more fillings. If you look at the cream, if we tear it apart, it's a modest slither.
And if you look at the packaging and the amount of gorgeous cream that is oozing from this Oreo, you would think, oh, I mean, obviously it's been dropped into a puddle of cream, as you say, Mr. Allen, but even so, it does give the illusion, does it not, that there's going to be more?
I think we've been led down a path expecting this giant bowl,
biscuit.
a giant biscuit with a voluminous amount of cream. Instead, we have a dollop. Maybe not even a dollop.
Maybe not even a
dollop. We've got a cream. We've got a taster. And so for that reason, I know whilst I love the biscuit, but for that reason, I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Oh, that's still quite generous, though. So what would you give the overall mark then, Mr. Allen? For the
overall, mathematically balancing up all the variables, I give it a very strong 7.2.
Wow, 7.2.
So overall.
I would give it, I don't know. I'm sort of with you on the packaging, and I know they have to put all this blurb on, ingredients and everything that they've thought, and some of it, is... I mean, obviously, no one looks at the ingredients apart from us, probably. You just think, well, does it taste nice? That's the thing. We all know it's got sugar in. The packaging, it's just packaging to me, really. I'm not, I'm going to give the packaging a 5. Quite
generous.
Well,
it's just a bit gloomy.
Yes, I sort of see what you mean. I don't wonder why it's that dark blue and not a light blue. But anyway, but the biscuit itself, I love the look of the biscuit. I love that dark brown with the cream in the middle.
It's classy, isn't it?
And the taste is nice, but it doesn't wow me. So I'm going to give the biscuit a 6.5, and that probably will be my overall mark.
6.5.
Yes.
Well,
am I being too harsh, Mr. Allen? I can tell by your visage that you think I am.
No, it is not for me to make any comment. You are a human being. Each opinion is entirely valid.
Indeed.
Is it not? But I think it's a bit of a treat. So, yes, I do enjoy the Oreo, and I love the history.
I do love the history. I'm just wondering if I'm maybe expecting too much, because it's such a famous biscuit.
It's so famous. You almost want to hear the fireworks.
Yes.
See the fireworks lighting up the sky just by saying the word Oreo.
I was expecting, if I'm honest, to be wowed a little bit more by it. But maybe I'm being too harsh.
Maybe you are.
And we ain't from New Jersey, are we?
But the idea of this biscuit is
near there.
From New Jersey. I'd love to go to the factory in Hoboken.
Yes, the
Hoboken.
Nabisco factory.
Nabisco factory in Hoboken.
Wonderful.
I just hope it's not Hoboken.
Who knows? Somebody will no doubt. Please do.
But it's just
correct
like,
us.
you just transported across the ocean, and you imagine this wonderful factory full of all these wonderful, amazing, soprano-like Americans and those who aren't involved in that kind of life.
No,
but also these characters.
We must state... knowingly, there's no dodgy business going on with the manufacture of the Oreo biscuit.
Imagine the colour, the journey, the history of this 100-year-old biscuit.
Marvellous.
It's a pleasure and a joy.
It's a pleasure and a joy, Mr. Wynne. As has your company been this afternoon.
You have been absolutely lovely.
And thank you for joining us. I think that probably ends this particular episode of Are You Taking the Biscuit? Do please join us again from my gorgeous colleague, the inimitable Mr. Allen, and myself, the inevitable Mr. Petherick. We bid you both a fond farewell.
Adieu.
Adieu. Until the next time.
Until then.
Yes. Tutty bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Adieu.